should Mike Tomlin want out of Pittsburgh? I got to tell you, if I am Mike Tomlin, yes, I do want to get out of Pittsburgh. I'm done with all this stuff that's going on with the fans because the fans never seem to be satisfied with the fact that you've given this man teams that aren't supposed to make the playoffs. They aren't even supposed to sniff 5-6 wins, and he turns them into playoff teams because that's the magic that Mike Tomlin has as a coach. That's how great of an all-time coach that he is. But if I'm Mike Tomlin, I'm sick of everything I'm hearing from Pittsburgh fans saying we want him out and we want someone new. Let me go somewhere else where I'm appreciated. And then sometimes, like Damian Woody said on ESPN today, sometimes it's just time to go. We saw the great Andy Reid all these years coaching in Philadelphia, all the great success that he had. Well, Philadelphia got sick of it and wanted him out. So they mutually agreed to part ways. Andy Reid goes to Kansas City 3 Super Bowl championships later. Hey, Philly, do you wish you still had Andy Reid? So I think, hey, if I'm Mike Tomlin, I would love to get out of Pittsburgh. I would love to go somewhere else where I'm appreciated, and maybe I have an actual team and a quarterback. I don't have to deal with a George Pickens with his crazy attitude and whatever other antics he's going to do in the press conference after every game. I could go somewhere else where I don't have to deal with that. So why would you want to stay in Pittsburgh, quite frankly, Mike Tomlin? You're too great of a coach to deal with this. You don't deserve this as the great coach that you are. If the Pittsburgh fans don't want you there, I probably want to get out. In fact, I hope he does leave. That's how I feel about it. Not because I'm a Ravens fan and I hate the Pittsburgh Steelers, because I have all the respect in the world for Mike Tomlin, and I know how good of a coach he is. Maybe Pittsburgh, if you had a succession plan for Big Ben Roethlisberger years before he retired, because I'm here to tell you, he retired too late. He should have retired 2-3 years before that. Maybe if you had a succession plan and stopped staying loyal to these players who were well past their prime, on their last leg, and you have to think about the future of your franchise. I understand that you grow fond of these guys that stay in your franchise for a long time, but it's still a business. Your team and your organization still has a future to look to after these players are done playing. You didn't do that. You did not have a succession plan for Ben Roethlisberger. You tried to throw in quarterbacks, draft Kenny Pickett, which was an absolute failure. The guy was never that good. Now he's backing up Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. Now you try with Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. That experiment didn't work. You tell me what coach is going to take this sorry Pittsburgh Steelers team to the playoffs other than Mike Tomlin? Do you really think that if Mike Tomlin wasn't the coach of this team, that this team would have made the playoffs? You are lying to yourselves, and you're out of your mind if you think that team is going to make it without Mike Tomlin. I think about Gerard Mayo. I think about Antonio Pierce. These guys that have gotten fired after one full season, and you expected them to do something with the crap team that you gave them. Antonio Pierce had Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew at quarterback, and y'all expected the Raiders to be any better than what they were. With no Devontae Adams eventually. Jacoby Myers, who is decent, is your number one receiver. Brock Bowers, a very good tight end to great tight end already, I think, in my opinion. He has a very good future ahead of him. But that's all you got. Max Crosby was hurt the entire year. And other than that, who else is a threat on defense? No one. How do you expect any coach to do something with a team like that? Everyone is not Mike Tomlin. That's not a knock. Everyone's not Mike Tomlin. Same thing with Gerard Mayo. You gave this man 1 year to succeed Bill Belichick, a team that was already nosediving before Gerard Mayo got there. The Patriots weren't this bad just this year. They were bad last year and bad the year before that. People forget about that because it's Bill Belichick. We give him the benefit of the doubt. Sure. But what did you expect Gerard Mayo to do with this lack of a team? Yeah, you got Drake May, who has a bright future at quarterback, but outside of that, can any of y'all name me 4 or 5 players on the Patriots offense that were screw it? Can you even name me 4 or 5 people on the Patriots? I can't because I watch a lot of football, but I'll read these names to you and you tell me where it's a threat. Kendrick Bourne, Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, Ramondre Stevenson, Hunter Henry. That's what Drake May had to work with. That's what Gerard Mayo had to work with. Now you tell me how many games that you think any other coach would win with that squad. You can't. So I find it weird that with a lot of these coaches, especially with Mike Tomlin, that now once again Pittsburgh Steelers are murmuring apparently and talking about, there's talks about, hey, it's a time for Mike Tomlin to part ways. Like, can he just not get it done anymore? This isn't the standard of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, look at your team. Your team is not up to the standard. It's not the coach. Your roster is not up to standard. You're not winning many games with the roster that you have. You're relying on your defense to win you games. And in today's NFL, that's not going to work. This isn't 2001 anymore. This isn't 2002 where you had legendary defenses like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Warren Sapp and Derrick Brooks, or the Ravens with Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and the crew, or even the Pittsburgh Steelers back then. This is not that type of NFL anymore. Yeah, you need a great defense to help you win championships, but you got to score points too. This offense of Pittsburgh struggled to score points. It's hard to win like that. Yeah, you'll get away with it for some games, but eventually the upper echelon of teams in the NFL that are actually vying for a Super Bowl championship, all those deficiencies are going to get exposed. And that's exactly what happened to the Pittsburgh Steelers in the final 5 games. And a lot of people knew it was going to happen. Yeah, this start is nice. Mike Tomlin is doing another masterful job. There will not be another losing season in Pittsburgh. But everyone knew once you got to the final stretch of that schedule that there was a chance that Pittsburgh could lose out. And that's exactly what happened. But y'all want to blame Mike Tomlin for this lack of a team that you have in front of you. Yeah, you got a great defense. TJ Watt, Joey Porter, and the rest of the guys over there. It's really great defense. But you can't tell me that with this offense that the Pittsburgh Steelers have that any other coach was taking that to the playoffs. You can't tell me that. I'm sorry.